Hi.
Hi. Close the door real quick. I'm Ashton. I'm a physical therapy student at MU. I'm going to be working with you today.
Okay.
I understand you had a right total knee replacement yesterday. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, your doctor has given me orders for physical therapy. And pretty much what I want to do is start out with taking your blood pressure and your heart rate just to see where we're at. I want to move your legs around a little bit just to see what kind of range of motion we're dealing with between both sides. I want to do some sensation testing just to see if you still have all the feeling in your legs or as much as possible. I want to do just some movement on your ankle to see if you can still sense where your joint is and how it's moving. And then I want to get you up on the side of the bed and do some strength tests, do a couple more measurements on your knee, and then get you up in the wheelchair and take you to physical therapy. Does that sound all right?
That sounds good.
Okay, could you repeat a little bit back to me just so I know you understand what we're going to be doing?
We're going to kind of move my legs around and see where I'm at and test my strength and sensation.
Okay, great. Well, do I have your permission to proceed?
You do.
Okay, good. The first thing I want to do is just take your blood pressure.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and do this right arm. I see you don't have any IVs. Have you ever been told you shouldn't have blood pressure taken on this right arm? No
No.
surgeries on this side or anything?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna roll your sleeves up. Put this under your arm here. I got about 122/80. Is that consistent with blood pressure measurements you've had in the past?
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
Okay. Get some of this stuff out of the way. The next thing I want to do is just take your pulse for a minute here. So I'm going to take it right here. While I'm doing that, can you tell me about the pain in your knee if you were to rate it on a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being no pain, 10 being the most pain imaginable? Where are you at right now?
Probably about a 5 right now, right in the middle.
Okay. Well, I just want you to keep me informed as we go. If that changes, we don't want any big spikes in pain. And we'll be real gentle with your knee with everything we do. Now, when you go home, do you have anyone who'll be able to help you get around the house, help you do some exercises?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And do you have any stairs?
I have 2 stairs to the house.
Okay, and that was about 64 beats per minute, so that's pretty good. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is just move your legs around a little bit, check your range of motion.
Okay.
So we'll keep you nice and draped here. And I see the nurse has put a pillow. I'm going to have to remove that just because we don't want your knees to get stuck in a bent position. That's going to cause more trouble down the road with therapy. So I'll kind of support your knee here while we take this pillow out. So I'm going to lift up. Okay, you're still doing all right?
Yeah.
Good. We'll drape this leg. Okay, so you can just relax. I'm just going to move your leg around a little bit. Does everything feel all right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. See how the ankle's moving. That's good. Toes go ahead and check this other side, and we won't do a whole lot at your knee, but just kind of the hip and ankle around it, just see how they're moving. So I'll be real gentle with your knee. Doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Does your hip feel alright?
Yeah, just the knee.
Yeah? Okay. Well, we won't do too much more with this. Okay, good. Ankle's moving. The ankle's doing good. That's good. Big toe. Good. Alright. So that all looked pretty good. The next thing I'm gonna do is just some sensation testing, and this is just, we're just gonna use this little cotton ball and do little swipes like that on your leg.
Okay.
And what I want you to do, you'll have your eyes closed, and I'm just gonna swipe different spots, and if you feel it, you're gonna just say yes.
Okay.
So we'll start with this, your left leg.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and close those eyes for me. Yes, if you feel it.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna move over to this other, to your right leg. And we're just gonna do the same thing, so keeping those eyes closed. If you feel it, I just want you to say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, great. Now this next test is just a little variation. We're gonna use the cotton again, and I'm gonna swipe on both sides, and I just want you to let me know if it feels the same or if it feels different, how it feels different.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and close those eyes again. Does this feel the same as this?
It's a little bit softer on this right side.
Softer on the right side, okay. Does this feel the same as this?
Yes.
Okay. Does this feel the same as this?
Kind of the same thing as the first one. This one's a little weaker.
Weaker on this right side, okay. Does
Mhm.
this feel the same as this?
Same as the last one.
Okay, so weaker again.
Mhm.
Does this feel the same as this?
I don't really. I didn't even feel anything on the
Didn't
right
feel
side.
anything on the right side, okay. Does this feel the same as this?
Yeah, the right one's just a little bit weaker, not as bad as the others though.
Does this feel the same as this?
The same as the last one. It's just a
Okay,
little
weaker. Does this feel the same as this?
Mm-hmm.
Does this feel the same as this?
Yes.
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 Okay, great. Nice job. Okay, John, the next test we're gonna do is just some movement at your ankle joint and to see if you can still sense how it's moving.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with this side. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a hold of it, and this is gonna be up, down, in, and out.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you close your eyes, and I'm gonna move it to different positions. Once you feel your ankle stop moving, I want you to tell me where it's at, up, down, in, or out.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and close those eyes for me.
In. Up. Down. Down. Out.
Okay, very good. We're just gonna do the same thing on this other side, keeping those eyes closed. Okay.
Up. Out. Up. In. Down. Up.
Good. Okay, and now this last test is just a little variation. I'm gonna move this ankle, and instead of waiting till it stops moving, I want you, once you feel it start moving, I want you to do the same thing on this other side that I'm doing over here. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and close those eyes. Good job. While I have you in this position, the next thing I want to do is just take a couple measurements on your knee to see kind of where we're at, because eventually we're going to want it to be just like this other one where it's nice and kind of flat almost to the table.
Okay.
So for this first one, what I want you to do is kind of dig your heel into the table and bend this knee up as far as you can for me without the pain being too unbearable, and I'm just going to take a measurement here.
Okay, ready?
Yep, just let me know when you're there. that as far as we can go?
Yeah, probably right there.
Bring this up here. Okay, so we're at about 33 degrees of flexion there. Okay. And then now I'm just going to apply a little added pressure, see if we can get a few more degrees, okay? Just let me know when the pressure's too much.
Probably right there is good.
Okay, and we're at about 40 degrees of flexion right there, so that's good. We got a few more degrees. Okay, I'll let you relax back down. Next thing I want to do is just the opposite. I want you to try to flatten this knee to the table as much as you can for me without the pain being too much. And let me know when you're as far as you can go.
Probably it right there.
Okay, that's it. I'll take a measurement real quick. Okay. And we're at about 27 degrees of flexion right there. I'm going to just do the same thing as before. I'm going to add a little pressure. Let me know when it gets to be too much. See if we can get a few more degrees. Is that it? Okay. Line this up again. Okay, good. And we're at about 23 degrees right there, so that's good. 23 degrees of flexion. Okay, that gives us an idea where we're at. So the next thing I want to do is just get you up on the side of the bed. Before we do that, I'm going to put your shoes on. As I do that, has your doctor told you about your weight-bearing status on this right side?
Not really, just kind of been. I haven't really seen it much.
No, you haven't seen your doctor much? Okay, well basically, for now, you're not to be weight-bearing, so we don't want you putting any weight through this right side, and so I'll help you as we move you to the side of the bed and as we get you up into the wheelchair eventually, but just keep that in mind. Is your knee doing okay? Okay.
Not too bad.
Untangle these sheets real quick. So what I want you to do is just prop yourself up on your elbows if you can for me. And once you do that, I'm going to support this knee. I'm going to have you kind of shuffle yourself so that your feet are facing out here. Get you to the side of the bed. Just remember, don't put any weight through this right side. Okay, good. And scooch close to the edge of the bed. We'll gently lower that down. Okay, good. We'll raise this table up a little bit for our next test. How do you feel sitting there? Is your balance okay? You don't feel too dizzy or anything?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get you another robe. Put on your back side. Got on like a coat. Okay, I'm going to take this sheet off of you. So we're good and covered here. Alright. So the next thing I want to do while you're sitting like this, actually I'll put the gait belt on real quick.
Cool.
And this is just going to help us when we do our transfer to the wheelchair. Just do this while we're sitting. This will help me grab onto you if I need to. Does that feel nice and snug?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just do some muscle testing. So for the first one, I'll have you put your arm out in front of you just like that. Okay, good. And I'm going to apply pressure down. Don't let me move you. Hold. Okay, good. That's a 5. The next one, I'm going to have you bring your arm back behind you like this. I'm going to try to push your arm forward. Don't let me move you. Hold. Good. That's a 5 also. I'm going to have you bring your arm out to the side. I'm going to try to push it in. Don't let me move you. Go ahead and hold. Good. That's a 5 also. Have you bring your arm back down to your side. This one I'm going to try to pull your arm out. Don't let me move you. Okay. Hold. Good, that's a 5. This next one, I'm going to try to push your arm out. Don't let me move you. Hold. Good. Now this one's just the opposite. Probably pressure in. Don't let me move you in. Okay, hold. Very good, that's a 5. The next one, I'm going to have you flip your arm up like this. I'm going to be trying to push your arm down. Don't let me move you. Hold. Good, that's a 5. Next one, I'll have you bring your arm up just like that. I'm going to be trying to push your arm in this way, but you're going to push against me. Okay, hold. Good, that's a 5 also. And the next few here, I'll just have you have your arm like this. Bring your wrists back. I'm going to try to push it down. Don't let me move you. Hold. Good, that's a 5. Have you flip your wrists up. I'm going to try to pull it down. Don't let me move you. Hold. Good. Okay. And this one, I'm going to try to flip your wrist over that way. Don't let me move you. Okay, hold. Good. Now this one, I'm going to be trying to flip your palm up. Don't let me move you. Hold. Okay, good. And the last one, I just want you to squeeze my fingers between your hands as hard as you can. Good. Okay, now normally we would do that on both arms, but we're just going to move on down to your good leg here. Okay. So the first one I want you to do is just raise this thigh a few inches off the table for me. And I'm going to try to push you down. Don't let me move you. Try to avoid leaning side to side. Hold. Good, that's a 5. The next one I will have you, I'm going to try to push your hip in. Don't let me move you. So, hold. Okay, good. And this one I'm going to try to push your hip out. Don't let me move you. Hold. Okay, good. For this next one, I'm going to have you kind of kick your leg out for me. And I'm going to try to push your leg in. Don't let me move you. Hold. That's a 5 also. And this one, I'll have you bring your leg just like this, and I'm going to try to push your leg out that way. Don't let me move you. So hold. That's a 5. Okay, and this one, I'm going to have you hold it right here, and I'm going to try to put pressure this way. Don't let me move you. Hold. Okay, that's a 5. I'm going to have you bring your heel towards you, and I'm going to try to pull out. Don't let me. Hold. Good. Okay. This last one, you can bring your foot right here. Can you point your toes up towards you? Okay, I'm going to try to pull your foot down. Don't let me. Hold. Good. That's a 5. And this last one, you can just relax and point your big toe up, and I'm going to try to push it down. Don't let me. Hold. Good, that's a 5 also. So those are all 5s, that looks great. We're gonna go ahead and move on to this other side here. And I know your knee's kind of sore, so we're not gonna do a whole lot with your knee. But the first one I want you to just make an attempt is to lift this thigh a few inches off the table, just like we did over there, if you can. Very good. And I don't wanna test the waters too much, so I'm not going to apply any pressure, but that's good. I'll give you a 3. You were able to hold against gravity. So that's good. Do you think you can tolerate some pressure to the sides of your thigh?
Yeah, that should be okay.
Okay. I'm going to try to push your hip in. Don't let me move you. Hold. Hold. Good. That's very good. That's 5. Now I'm going to try to push your hip out. Don't let me move you. Okay, hold. Good. That's also 5. Can I have you point your toes up towards you as best you can? Okay, I'm going to try to pull your foot down. Don't let me move you. Hold. Okay, good. Can you point that big toe up for me? Okay, same as the other side. I'm going to try to push it down. Don't let me move you. Hold. Good. That's a 5 also. Okay. Now, while we're in sitting, I'm just going to redo those measurements that we did earlier on your knee. Sometimes we can get a few more degrees in the sitting position. So for the first one, I want you to bring your heel in towards you as far as you can without too much pain.
Okay.
I'm going to take that measurement, so let me know when you're there.
Probably right there.
Is that it?
Let's see.
Get this measurement real quick. Okay, very good. We're at about 30 degrees of flexion there. I'm going to add a little bit of pressure again.
Okay.
Let me know when it's too much.
Right there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, use arms up again. Okay, good. And you're at about 40 degrees there, so we were able to get quite a bit more.
Okay.
That's good. I'll let you relax. Okay, and this last one, I want you to slide your heel out away from you as far as you can without too much pain. Let me know when you're there.
Probably it right there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold this up real quick. Okay, good. You're at about 15 degrees of flexion right there.
All right.
Now I'm going to add a little more pressure out just to see if we can get any further. Tell me when it's too much.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, good. And we're at about 7 degrees of flexion right there, so that's really good. Okay, relax. Position the wheelchair. You're still doing okay? Your balance feel all right?
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing we're going to do is just get you in the wheelchair to take you down to therapy. I'll give you some instructions as we go along with that. Again, just keep in mind we're not going to put any weight through that right side.
Okay.
I'll lock the chair so you don't have to worry about it moving on you. Okay, so you're pretty strong. We just did all those tests. So I'm just going to be here to kind of support you through your gait belt and make sure you're not putting any weight through the right leg. But what I want you to do is push up through your arms once I tell you, and through this right leg. We're going to get you standing up, and then we're just going to pivot back, reach back for the wheelchair, and gradually lower down. So on 3, I'll have you stand, and I'll make sure this knee's doing all right. So 1, 2, 3, up. Okay, good. Good. Reach back for that chair. Very good. I'll give you this footrest. Take the focus up here. Okay, and this will be an elevated footrest for you. I'm going to drape your lap so that you don't get too cold going down the hallway. Since we're going to therapy, I'm going to leave that gate belt on.
Okay.
We're ready to go.
All right.
Thank you,
Let's
John.
do it.